A pleasure to meet y'all at last. So now it is May 28th, and I finally managed to finish up another section of gaming with KaijuForceNeo. The kind of section I'm speaking of is the type that involved the game Need for Speed. And of course, Need for Speed had in total around 48 episodes, and Ark Survival Evolved had 34 episodes. So in total, I had about 82 episodes to work with. But now, for the 83rd episode and onwards for Season 3 of Gaming with KaijuForceNeo, there are going to be a few more games, a few more titles that I'm going to be playing for, but I do have what I've found to be the third game that I'll be putting in for Gaming with KaijuForceNeo. The third game that I have chosen is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. In the remastered version of Modern Warfare 1, that is. So, of course, there aren't going to be as many episodes with this title that I'm going to be putting up onto my channel, but then again, of course, to fill in the gap for between Need for Speed and another game, which I've already decided, though in another vlog that I will upload later on, there will be a time where I will be able to disclose any of the other possible titles that I will be including in Season 3 of Gaming with KaijuForceNeo. But other than all this, I feel like that right now I've really got it going, and I probably should also explain as to how both of my Twitter accounts, KaijuForceNeo and KFN 2.0, they have just not been as active lately. And it's simply because of all the work I've been putting out to my channel. There's a lot of work. How Wheels hilarity, for one, there's going to have to be some catching up to do, even though I've already decided how May 22nd would no longer be the due date of mine that I would set in pace, but now it will be around near the end of June. Supposedly around the same time where Gaming with KaijuForceNeo Season 3 would also end. But, of course, with this new format of mine that I had set up for Gaming with KaijuForceNeo Season 3, I have actually been exporting and uploading episodes of Gaming with KaijuForceNeo like crazy. Many episodes have been uploaded with this new format of mine that I've been using. Using only 2 little voiceover segments in the beginning and the end of each episode, which do entail to welcoming the viewers to each episode and then closing off on each episode. But now, of course, that format is going to stick around for a little while longer, but eventually I will try to find a time to get back onto doing the original voiceover segments, of which that it goes from beginning to end of each episode. And each episode of Gaming with KaijuForceNeo, of course, will all last from at least 10 to 20 minutes. And of course, if each episode does go a little under 10 minutes or a little above 20 minutes, then it's probably not going to be as big of a problem as I speculated. But once again, to just keep myself up with this particular format or formats that I have set up myself, it probably will be a somewhat worthy challenge. But then again, considering the fact that even though Nerf Secrets Revealed has ended about a month ago, it's still safe to say that now I would be more than just excited to just share all the support and the like that really have been coming through. Even though there's barely been any comments coming in, barely new subscribers, or hardly any new viewership, I'm more than just determined now to work as hard as possible to ensure that my channel is going to meet every single standard the right way. The production of multiple forms of content, along with the fact that, well, there's going to have to be a time, well, that I might have to update my profile and the like. My channel's art and the like is probably bad in quality, as it turns out. By now, I probably should reconsider recreating different types of art and the like that probably should be applicable towards my channel. Both the channel header and the channel picture, I don't know, they're just that bad in quality, so I might have to do some retakes, and I might also have to start recreating a new series of pictures and headers for my channel, so this way I'll be able to have myself some high quality content that could be seen on the channel directly I might also update the About section, which includes the bio in the area. And let's also not forget that in the About section, you would also be able to see the date that I joined, which is still March 6, 2015. But once again, I've explained this many times that it's actually not March 6, 2015. It's actually July 11th of 2008. Some horrible glitch took place, and even though I cannot prove it, just like I cannot prove how a serious glitch happened in the system that caused my Twitter's date to change as well, I probably should try to learn to deal with it. Because sudden changes in the date that were caused by some apparent glitch in the system is probably something I cannot control. I also cannot seem to find a solution as to how I can revert each of these dates back to where they originally were before then. So, I might just have to learn to deal with it, and that this is just what it looks like now. March 6, 2015 is the start date of my channel, and December of 2014 is the start date of my Twitter. Those are just what they are, and even though they're not the actual start dates that I've had on any of those accounts, although KFN 2.0 on Twitter, its start date was in September of 2018, and that part is true actually. Nothing has happened to it yet where its date ends up getting reverted to a much more recent time. So, it still remains at September 2018, which was exactly when I created it, unlike the other two accounts of mine that I have. Let's also not forget about my Instagram, though. I can't really be sure if my Instagram itself does have itself a start date that can be viewable on the account itself, but in case if there is a start date that can be seen, I might have to check it out to make sure that if it is the right one, which was in June of 2014, then of course I could just let it be. But if it isn't in June 2014 when I started my Instagram account, then I don't know, there could be some more problems in my hands than I ever thought about. But for now, my Instagram account is still active, so for those who are asking if I ever have any more recent posts on there, then of course I have had some more recent posts done on there. Same as with, well, of course my YouTube channel and Instagram seem to be much more active than either of my Twitter accounts, KFN 2.0 or KaijuForceNeo. I might have to make some, well, adjustments to both of those accounts soon, as in to update the profile pictures and the header pictures of both of those accounts, just like what I'm going to plan to do with changing the header picture and profile picture to my channel. I don't know if changing the profile pic and my header on my Instagram is going to be necessary, but then again, it's probably going to be something that I'll plan for within the next year or so. But up until this point, my YouTube channel and both of my Twitter accounts, they might have to have some updates done to them, so this way they're not as, well, dated as it was back then. So, for right now though, if you would like to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.